Hello Leo, welcome to your reading. Happy New Year. It's the 7th of January 2026. I'm going to do a love tarot reading for you today, see what you guys have got going on. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If the messages do resonate, then you'll know. Your intuition will let you know. So let's see what Leo has going on in love. Any messages and guidance for Leo in love? Messages and guidance for Leo in love. Three of Pentacles in the upright, the Chariot in the upright, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So some kind of fast momentum, fast movement coming in, or some fast sort of direction being taken here. Some hope, coming back to a place of hope, of warmth, of comfort. Perhaps in communication with someone about forward movement in a situation. Getting some advice or some sort of clarification. Working towards something. But also the energy of, is something achievable? Is something achievable? Is it false hope or is it achievable? Why is the Chariot here for Leo in love? Why is the Chariot here for Leo in love? What does Leo need to know about the Chariot? Six of Swords in reverse. Holding on to something, resisting transitioning. Is this, did I say assisting or resisting? Okay, sorry. Resisting moving away from something. Going towards something that you should perhaps be moving away from. Or some sort of back and forth energy, perhaps. Wanting to move towards something or someone, or in a direction that you know that perhaps you should be moving away from, because you're not sure whether this is false hope or achievable, or if this is going to have any sort of direction, or if it's just going to go around in the same direction. Seven of Cups in reverse energy. Why is it here for Leo in love? Why is the Seven of Cups here for Leo in love in its reverse energy? The Lovers. Making a decision about a lover, about a person, about a potential or a current partner, relationship, love interest. Perhaps a strong connection, or a passionate connection, or someone that you have very strong feelings for. Needing to make a decision or making a decision. About partnership in general. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles for Leo in love in its reverse energy. Why is it here for Leo in love? The Five of Pentacles in its reverse energy. The Ace of Swords. Finding some sort of truth and clarity in a love situation or a love connection. A moment of clarity that perhaps gives you hope, gives you newfound hope and truth, and seeing the truth of a matter, and it's leaving you feeling hopeful. Three of Pentacles. Why is it here for Leo in love? The Tower. A shocking moment. A shocking moment of change, of transformation, of perhaps chaos. Some sort of sudden, shocking moment that has brought about some sort of change and transition. A moment when everything falls down in order for it to be rebuilt. An awakening within oneself or within a situation. For the Three of Pentacles, the Tower, I'm getting as well something was being built on, something was being worked towards perhaps, and the tower that you were building has fallen down. This solid structure that you were building has had a lightning bolt struck against it and has fallen. Tell me about the Lovers. Why is the Lovers here for Leo in love? Why is the Lovers here for Leo in love? Six of Wands in reverse. So there is, or there was, a lack of recognition here. A lack of some sort of self-doubt, a lack of achievement, not being recognised. Feeling like you wasn't being appreciated, perhaps. A lack of success. Perhaps you were hoping to be recognised more in a connection. You were hoping for some sort of victory or success, and you didn't get it, and perhaps it caused a Tower moment. So let's see about that Tower and why it's here for Leo in love. What does Leo need to know about the Tower in love? The Three of Wands in the upright. So the Tower moment has happened, and perhaps now there is hope for rebuilding, for progression in a forward direction. Perhaps plans are now starting to come together again. A way forward, a plan of action to rebuild the Tower. Working together perhaps to resolve a chaotic situation, or resolve this fallen tower and to rebuild it together perhaps. Six of Swords in reverse. Why is it here for Leo in love? The Moon. The unknown. And perhaps you're not sure or they are not sure, or you're not sure, however it resonates, how this is going to happen. Perhaps there is hope to put a plan in place to move forward, but you or they or neither of you are sure how this is going to happen, or if this is going to happen. You're not sure, but you're not moving away from this. You're not giving up on this quite yet. Even though you're not sure how this is going to work out, or if this is going to work out, you're not sure whether to stick with this or to walk away from this. Is this achievable with that Seven of Cups in reverse? These cards are being a bit flitty. So, the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Leo in love? The Ten of Wands. Again, some sort of, this is a kind of a weight on your shoulders or their shoulders. Perhaps there's many factors to take into account about this whole situation, and it's not an easy situation. It's not perhaps going to be an easy thing to sort this out or bring this around again. Perhaps the situation is weighing on you heavy, or weighing on them. Feeling slightly overwhelmed, or they are. Well, Wands is fire energy, so I'm going to take that as your energy, Leo. You're feeling overwhelmed by this. Slightly defeated. Slightly kind of feeling, you're not feeling confident in this. How, if this is going to be resolved or reconciled. You're wondering what the results of this is going to be, and whether it's kind of achievable or worth working on this. Tell me about the Moon. Why is the Moon here for Leo in love? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Feeling stuck on this, unable to move on. You're kind of feeling defeated here, and burdened and overwhelmed and a bit tired by it all, and not really feeling like there's been much success or victory here. But you don't know how this is going to go, but you are unable to move away from it, or they are unable to move away from it. It just seems like a bit of a stuck, kind of stagnant situation. Nobody really knows what direction this is going in, and it's... One moment. And just as I was saying that, the Devil just flew out of the deck, which confirms that this is something that you are, or they are, however it resonates. This is something that's hard to just walk away from. This is something that has some sort of power over you. This is, you're fearful of moving away from this. You feel like you can't move away from this. Perhaps you feel like you need this, or you depend on this person, this situation, this success. this successful, victorious outcome. Tell me about the Three of Wands and why it's here for Leo in love. The Eight of Pentacles. Working hard towards this, or you've worked hard towards this. You've invested your time, your energy, your love perhaps into this, and you would like to see it reward you for your efforts. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles for Leo in love. Page of Pentacles. Working towards something that will reward you in the future. Staying focused on the long-term outcome of this. Sort of seeing this in your future, wanting this in your future. This is a plan for the future. A long-term vision, a long-term commitment. Six of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Leo in love? Six of Wands in reverse. Three of Swords. Feeling wounded, heartbroken, pain, loss and suffering. Trying to heal from some sort of, perhaps this was this, you know, this at the point of this Tower moment, this breakup, this separation perhaps, or the whole situation has just left you feeling a bit heartbroken, wounded, feeling overwhelmed, wounded, broken by it all, disappointed, defeated. Tell me more about the Three of Swords. The Empress in reverse. I'm getting a dependent energy here. This is some sort of something, someone, a connection that you depend on. You depend on it. It would validate something here, or validate you, or you're not really, perhaps you're thinking a lot about this situation and this person, and you're not really thinking about yourself here. This is leaving you, I'm getting that you're very focused on this. You're very almost consumed by this perhaps. Tell me about the Ten of Wands and why it's here for Leo in love. King of Pentacles in reverse. It's leaving you feeling ungrounded. Again, it's being consumed by this to the point that it's taking you over. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles and why it's here for Leo in love. Page of Swords. So perhaps getting some sort of communication from someone, or looking for information, or watching for information. Watching how this is going to pan out. Receiving some sort of news that gives you some sort of clarity or hope forwards. But you're kind of watching this, or they're watching this, or Receiving some sort of information here, communication. So let's keep going for a moment. Tell me about the devil. Why is the devil here for Leo in love? Why is the devil here for Leo in love? Four of Cups. Putting your hopes, wants, dreams, love, emotions, just you're solely focused on this person, this connection, this outcome. You're kind of putting any other possible new opportunities or potential for new energy out of focus because you are zoomed in on this current situation. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for Leo in love? The World. So something is complete, something, you feel something has been accomplished here. Something has been achieved. Or you feel like something can be accomplished here, or something has, you've received closure on something perhaps. Closure that keeps you held on, that gives you hope to go forward in this situation. You feel like something can be achieved. The Empress. Why is she here in her reverse energy for Leo in love? Seven of Wands in reverse. Again. Feeling deflated. Feeling defeated. And just kind of going along with it. I don't know, it's very conflicting, confusing energy here. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Why is he here for Leo in love? Two of Pentacles. Balancing. Balance has been restored, or there is news that, or communication that you've received that this will balance out, or this has balanced out. Balance will be restored and all will be stable. Four of Cups. Tell me about the Four of Cups for Leo in love. Nine of Swords in reverse. Recovery, hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. Getting out of kind of negative thoughts and trying to stay positive perhaps. Freeing oneself. Liberating oneself, or needing to liberate oneself. Perhaps wanting freedom from this heavy burden altogether. Tell me about the World. Why is the World here for Leo in love? Page of Swords again. I feel like you're getting some sort of reassurance here. You're getting some sort of communication here that's trying to give you a feeling of reassurance that this is all going to come together. But I feel like you're not really trusting of that communication or reassurance. I'm getting heard it all before. You've been given this reassurance before, and I feel like you're going round in a circle, perhaps. 7 of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Leo in love? The Hanged Man. Pausing, surrendering, letting go, just kind of also thinking about sacrifice. What are you sacrificing in this situation? What have you sacrificed in this situation? And are you willing to sacrifice anything more in this situation? Again, that energy of kind of wanting to perhaps let this go, but still being held by it. 2 of Pentacles. Why is it here for Leo in love? 3 of Cups. So it could be an external factor. Could be an external factor that's at play here. An external situation, an external person, and something that's kind of getting in the way here, or stopping, or whatever this, however this situation is panning out. It's not just about 2 people. I'm just going to move, well, I'll do it now. I'm going to do another, I feel like the energy is kind of what it is, and I don't think I'm going to receive much more clarification for you, Leo. But I'll do a couple, well, maybe one more line of clarification and then kind of leave it there, because this is a very confusing energy. Very stuck, very confusing, and I think this is something that you've been working through or trying to work through for a while, but you're finding it very hard to kind of make a decision on this. Feel very defeated here, and kind of, I'm not sure if at this point any clarification or tarot reading is going to move you in one direction or the other. I think only you can, well, yeah, only you can do that. Page of Swords. Why is it here twice for Leo in love? The Hierophant. Looking for some spiritual guidance on this, perhaps. Or staying true to some sort of way of thinking on this situation. Could also be to do with marriage here. You are married, or someone is married. Nine of Swords. Why is it here for Leo in its reverse energy? 2 of Wands in reverse. Again, no direction, no plan here, no concrete plan. The Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here for Leo in love? 10 of Wands in reverse. Lifting the weight, putting down some of the weight of this, letting, yeah, okay, so you're kind of getting to the point of needing to let go of this a bit. Let go of some of the weight here, surrendering to, it is what it is. I can't kind of keep holding on to this as much as I have been. I need to start letting this go, because it's overwhelming me, it's overburdening me, and it's leaving me in a place of empty within myself. Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here for Leo in love? Ace of Pentacles, because you don't know how this is going to pan out. This is not a stable situation at the moment. There's no direction, there's no plan. You're not sure how this is going to go, so you kind of have to let this go a little bit for your own health, your own safety, your own heart. Tell me about the Two of Wands, why it's here in its reverse energy for Leo in love. The World in reverse. There you go. Lack of closure, unfinished. You don't know how this is going to go. It could go one way, it could go the other. You're waiting for closure here, and you have been waiting for closure. But it depends how long you've been waiting for closure for. How long are you going to wait for closure for? Perhaps a lack of closure is closure within itself. The Hierophant, the Chariot. Does someone feel like you're about to let this go and they're now rushing to make good of this situation? They're rushing to put a plan in place to take action on what they need to take action on. Or is it all too little too late? Perhaps this has been going on for quite a while and there's been no progression, and now all of a sudden there is, because someone's realising that you're about to let this go. Why does it take till the last minute for someone to go towards what it is that perhaps has been in the, you know, if this has been going on for a while, why is it taking Tower moments and leaving everything to the last minute to come towards this? At the moment that they realise they're going to lose you, why is it that then they come rushing in to keep you? Ten of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Leo in love? Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, balance. Balance is being restored. They're going to put the effort in, put the work in. You're not going to feel like it's so one-sided, like you're putting all the effort in. They're going to put effort in as well. Oh, this energy is coming through a little bit strong now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Leo in love? The Sun in reverse, but you're not feeling hopeful. I think you've heard it all before. I keep getting this. I think this has been going round and round in a circle for quite some time. And I think you're kind of at the point of, I think you've been disappointed here enough times to know that this is kind of not gonna work out. And I think now you're at the point of, as hard as it is, knowing that you kind of need to let this go, perhaps. What I'm going to do for you, Leo, I'm just going to put these cards into their suits, because I just want to get a final overall read of the energy, which I think I've pretty much got it, but I just want to be sure on a few things here. So just give me a minute. I'm just going to put these into their suits a moment. One moment. So, Leo, once again, you're holding on to this. It's incomplete, it's unfinished, you've not received closure, but you have received some sort of communication and some sort of truth, clarity, or decision that this is going to work out. It's burdening you. You're feeling deflated and, you know, a bit not confident, but yet sticking with it for a moment, because you fear moving away from this, because it's something that you feel is your, I'm not seeing much emotion here. I'm seeing a lot of up in the air energy with regards to stability and you're holding on to this because you see it in the long term, but there's no plan, but you're getting communication that's making you feel hopeful, and you're getting assurance that this is happening, quick change is going to come in, and you're almost kind of sticking with it, but in a half, you're sticking with it, but you're not feeling confident, but you're kind of surrendering, trying to let go of it a bit, and just yeah, just how long have you been waiting for this situation to turn successful? How long have you been waiting for this change to come and this transition towards positive to take place? Um, how long are you kind of going to wait around to see what happens? Only you can decide that, Leo. Only you can decide that. So I'm going to leave it there. Good luck with it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.